Good evening, as well as fellow Singaporeans. My name is Eugene, and I will be contesting for NSP in Sembawang Ward this coming GE election 2015. Let me start a little bit on the election manifesto that we have came out with. I want you to know that election manifesto is a very, very detailed, sharp, precise, and a very quick solution to all the problems that has been that Singaporeans has been affected with. There are critical things that we as Singaporeans feel it every day. So there's no need for a long composition of manifesto that's going to tell you what your problems are. We face it every day. So the past few days, we have been walking along Sembawang, doing our walkabouts, door to door, as well as visits to coffee shops and malls. We met many interesting people living in that ward along our walks. One of the particular groups of people, we met them at a coffee shop, about 7 to 8 of them. After speaking with them, we realized that they are actually taxi drivers. And we also came to know that this bunch of people, they are great people as well. 2 of them hold degrees, another 3 diplomas, and they are all in their mid-40s. So that tells us one thing, that job displacement right now in the Singapore context is reaching a level where we are not able to withstand. Foreign talents are coming in, cheaper alternative employees are coming in to take over our jobs. And despite them sending so many resumes out to companies, be it local companies or MNCs, they receive no reply. And even if they receive reply, they are not called up for the interview. So this is one of our election manifesto, that is job displacement. I'm going to come to income inequality. We also met another group of people that told us that the rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer. The rich and poor divide has been widening ever since how many years back? Since 2011. The influx of foreign talents, they opened the floodgates for people to come in and take away our jobs. Now, National Solidarity Party believes that foreign talents does help us and help our country to grow. With more people, especially right now with our declining birth rate, we do know that we need people to come and work for us so that our economy can get better. But these people that we need perhaps are not the middle income people, middle income employees to come in and displace our jobs. It is just like, since the rich are so rich and they are getting richer by the day, it is like a wolf pack. Every wolf pack, if you know a little bit about them, you know that there is an alpha. An alpha is someone or one particular wolf with that characteristic to lead the pack. He also called the leader. The rest of the pack will follow, teamwork, and they will attain and achieve many great things together. Now, if the rich get richer, it is akin to the wolf pack alpha running so far ahead that the rest of the wolf cannot catch up. And the next thing that's going to happen is they will be confused. They will be lost. They will be scared. They no longer can function well as a team. And whatever that they're going to do is going to fail, big time. One particular gentleman that I spoke with, he was a Malay, 54 years old. He told me, look, Eugene, I'm 54 right now. Next year, I'm 55. CPF is a big issue for me. I hope I can get back my money. I told him, I hope you can too. But that will depend on what vote and who you're going to vote for. You see, the CPF is a contract between the people and the government. It started in the early days with the good intention of helping Singaporeans put aside some money every month and save for retirement. The key word here is save for retirement. So that they can lead better life. After working so hard for 30 or 40 years, they can lead a quality life. Take a trip to Europe. Spend some time with your family, your sons, your children, your daughters, your grandson and granddaughters. Isn't this what Singaporeans want in life after working so hard for so many years? We want this kind of quality of life and not at times when we have to work and work and work and work. When is there ever a full stop? Another person that I spoke to mentioned about, he told me, you know, Eugene, the mother of all the problem right now with Singapore is the overpopulation of 6.9 million. This itself actually creates a lot of sub-problems for us. Transportation. We are now at 5.5 million Singaporeans, where only 2.5 million Singaporeans can vote. So can I say that the 3 million Singaporeans or population, they are not Singaporeans, maybe. Or rather, not true blue Singaporeans. So we have 3 million of them right now. NSP believe that we should increase our population for GDP growth, for economic stability, for more MNC to come in, jobs for the people. NSP believe in that. But we have to do this gradually, at a pace when only when our infrastructure are stable and ready to take this additional 1.4 or 1.5 million people to come in. So among the 4 issues, I came to a conclusion that the most number of people that tells me that particular issue, they are most concerned about CPF. Now, why CPF? CPF is money. That is money that you have set aside under a compulsory law from the government to retire. On top of that, we now have even minimum sum to come in. The last I heard, it is now capped at about 160 over 1,000. Every year, this amount is going to increase between 6,500 to 8,500. Most of our CPF in Singapore is already parked in the HDBs that we own, if we are lucky to have one. So putting aside minimum sum, I really have no clue how much can we withdraw from the CPF. And the government's reply when Singaporeans ask them, when are you going to give me my CPF? Why you keep delaying from 55 years old to 60 to 65 and most recently 67? This is going to increase, or this may increase in the coming 3 to 5 years. You may hit 70 years old. How about 75 or 80 years old? So what if you have hundreds of thousands in your CPF and you cannot take out? And their reason is, there is a significant group of people that may squander this money away if the government allows you to take out. I feel that this is irresponsible because this small amount of people, their explanation was, they may spend money in casinos and they may lose all their money, or they may spend money on women, any other vices imported from overseas. But I want to ask them, who are the ones that set up the casinos? The government. Who are the ones that bring in these foreign talents, so-called foreign talents, to study here with a study visa and work to serve the man? The government as well. So if these two conditions are created by you, and only a significant small amount of people will squander their money away, probably less than 3%. Is it fair then for the majority of Singaporeans to be penalized? To be penalized for these people, and across the board, the solution is applied, and you can't take out your money. Where is the quality of life? Where is the Swiss standard of living that we have been promised, Singaporeans? So the verdict is, I want you to know, fellow Singaporeans, a few things. Please be very sure CPF is your money. I know there are ministers that tells you it is not your money. Rubbish. It is your money. This is your hard-earned money, and you deserve to take it back at 55 years old. It is akin to, it's like you put some money in the bank, but the bank do not issue you an ATM card. And you cannot draw out in times of need. You cannot even use your NETS account to cash out anything or to purchase for anything. And lastly is, Singaporeans nowadays, the newer generation, like myself, maybe about late 30s or early 40s, we are financial literate people. We know how to manage our money. Don't tell us what to do with our money, because it is ours to begin with. In closing, during your vote come GE 2015, I hope you can consider a few factors, 2 factors before you cast that vote. The first factor is, what should or how should an MP behave? Or what should an MP be? Who is this person that you want him as an MP? Should he be highly qualified, very educated with master degrees, double degrees, professor, doctorate, and don't walk the ground? Or maybe, how about someone who cares for the people, who cares for his future, who cares for Singapore, who cares for his kids, his grandkids, and generations to come, who walk the ground? So this person that you're going to vote must be hardworking, must love the nation, He must be a patriot. And he must want the best for Singaporeans. When he walks the ground, he hears all the feedbacks. He consolidates them because he connects very well with the residents. The residents tell this person everything. He must be able to consolidate everything and relay it up to Parliament. So this person is the middleman and is very crucial for him to be there. Because without this person, you can say all you want about the government, how much you hate the government. Your problems will still be there, be it 5 years or 10 years. Earlier on, sidetrack a little bit, I heard some complaints about residents saying to us, usually you know, our government, sibei jialat leh. We tell them many things. They never want to listen to us. They only hear a little bit, say okay a little bit, and after that, nothing happens. I thought about it for a night, and I came to this conclusion. The only reason why they are not listening is not because they are incapable of listening or that they don't want to hear you. They want to. They are trying to. But remember, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Singaporeans, remember that our ministers, they are highly paid. They can never understand someone who is poor because they are not poor. And when you are not poor, how can you understand our problems? It's like I am going to the hawker center now or the kopitiam. I buy a plate of economical rice or economical bihun. It's not so economical right now, isn't it? 经济米粉一点都不经济，贵得要死。我们还要想说安哥米粉多一点，菜多一点点，肉午餐肉1块就好了，不要2块，因为我没有钱还。They are making 16,000 a month in Parliament. Sometimes talk a little bit. Sometimes they don't talk at all. And ministers with some position, Minister of Arts, Minister of Transport, they get appointment salaries, incentive. It can be 30,000 a month. So let's put it as 30,000 a month for an average minister. How much is that per day? 1,000. 1,000. And how many Singaporeans are making less than 1,000 in a month? I hope, after hearing what I have to say here, I hope you understand that this GE is very important. This GE is a GE that are actually very patient. They have been waiting 50 years. We know the sentiments of the ground. Much, much, much better than the ministers who are sitting up there. We know really. I hope you can vote for opposition parties, vote for NSP, vote for a credible voice that can bring out the problems that the people are facing, relate up to the Parliament, and I want you to know that Singaporeans deserve better. Thank you.